What no one is telling you about running in the UK. Yes, marathons and all that jazz. Everybody's talking about that. Ultras, the summer of ultras, the summer of Ironmen. But what nobody is talking about is something that's really big, and I want your help to shine a light on this, and that is the Great British 10K. That's right, the 10K. It's short enough for a beginner to take on, but long enough for an experienced runner to really channel their inner speed demon endurance. So without further ado, let's talk about my 10Ks. As I'm walking along the beautiful River Severn here, I want your help because we need to put together a distinct list of the amazing 10Ks that go on all around the UK. And I've done many of them, and I'm going to be listing 10 of mine. Not maybe the top 10 of all, but 10 that's organised by local running teams, athletic teams, local communities, to shine a light on them. So I've purposely excluded all of the great run events. As amazing as they are, they don't really need me to shine a light on them because they have tens of thousands of entrants going into those, and they are fantastic, but completely different to what's organised by local clubs, running clubs and the likes. I've also excluded the London 10,000, the Saucony A6 London 10K, and also the Worcester City 10K that happens here, the city one that is, yeah, amazing, organised by Events of the North. Highly recommend all of those that I've mentioned, but I'm going to talk about 10 organised by local clubs, ones that I've ran myself. And what I'd like you to do in the comments below is to list your favourite 10Ks, whether it be because of community, because of terrain, speed, PB potential, or the fact that there's ice cream at the end of it, or burgers, or all that kind of stuff that makes it more fun. And maybe even something for the family where it might be part of a running festival or some other events going on that include your children, wives, husbands, and all that jazz. So without further ado, let's crack on with the first one. Did I mention the order that I'm doing these in? It's from the year, throughout the year, starting in May, going through June, July, August. Do you get the idea? So it will come round in terms of the cycle of the year. So not in order of what I say my favourites, not favourites or whatever, or what I regard as the top 10, but in basically, is it... there's a word for this, isn't it, where you put it in calendar order, and it doesn't come to mind right now. But anyway, number one is the DK 10K. Organised by the Dudley and Kings Winford Running Club. Now, this isn't the easiest of the 10Ks, yeah? It's a very undulating course, but you know what? There's always a great turnout, great community spirit, and the best thing is it finishes in the main Dudley Kings Winford Rugby Club area, where there's a clubhouse, there's food, and there's award ceremonies, so it's a really great feeling. Lots of local clubs turn up and have a great time. I definitely recommend the DK 10K as my number one, and that is normally in May. Now the next one that I'm recommending is the Wells City 10K. Now this is part of the Wells City Harriers Running Festival, where there's a 5K, 10K. There's also a shorter distance for the teenage intermediate athletes, and also after all of these there is a family events where the younger children can take part in this event. Why do I recommend this? Yes, I took part in the 5K, so I didn't do the full 10K, but it's a great course, fantastic scenery, and you know what? One of the things I like about some of these races is the history and heritage of the area. Wells City is the smallest city in England. Yes, that's right. Fabulous cathedral, and also not too far from Glastonbury. So if you're into that kind of thing, Glastonbury tour, and where apparently King Arthur's Round Table is based, you might want to go and do some sightseeing around there, and the Mendip Hills. Yeah, did I say hills? Right. The next one, yes, in June this is the Fairford 10K, which literally happened the other weekend ago. Absolutely loved it. I don't know if you see my full point of view video, but this is organised by the Running Somewhere Else Club, which is a club based out of Cirencester. Fairford, oh, I can't say enough good things about Fairford. Yes, it's just a one loop course. Yes, it's undulating. but it's a beautiful course through the beautiful countryside in the Cotswolds. So again, Cotswolds, if you're touring around the UK, one of the #1 places to visit. So much in and around the area. But the beauty of this event, it was included as part of the Fairford Festival. So one of my top things was that I could have an ice cream when I finished. And also they have a wonderful ceremony at the end, and there's lots of clubs joining in, so there's an inter-club competition. So as well as it being competitive, there's a lot of fun and there's lots of things going on there. So there are some children's events as well as part of the festival, and there's all sorts of marquees and stuff going on. It was absolutely brilliant, loved it, and I would definitely recommend this and have it as a weekend trip to do. Yeah, got that? The Fairford 10K. Next up, I think at the time of recording this, it is literally coming up this weekend, so there may be time for you to enter right now, which is the Withell and Hollywood 10K. Now this is organised by Events of the North in conjunction with Worcestershire County Council, so it's a community initiative to get all the local communities involved, and it's absolutely brilliant. Great course, potential for PB. Yes, there's a slight uphill on one section, and it's 2 loops, so the 5K 1 loop, 10K 2 loops. And in addition to this, you've got the Paula Radcliffe's Tracks and Families, which goes on afterwards, and again great for the whole family. And the beauty of this, similar to the Fairford 10K, is you have lots of kiosks, food, drinks, all in the events village, whatever you want to call it there. Absolutely brilliant. I loved it last year, would highly recommend. So depending on when you see your video, if you're in time, I think it is this coming weekend, get in there, enter, and the prices are very, very reasonable. So the Withell and Hollywood 10K. Now the next 10K coming up in July, it's local to here in Worcester, is the Worcester Pitchcroft 10K. This has been going on for many years, and it's now moved to an evening race organised by Worcester Athletics Club. And I've got to say, you know, if you're looking for a PB, you ain't going to get a flatter course than this, because literally it's just a multi-loop around the Worcester horse racing course, flat as a pancake. Yes, and it's all on footpaths, so you're not running across the race course like the park run, so there's no wood chips or anything like that. It's all paths, and it's about 3.5 loops around from what I recall. Super flat, super fast, and that's in July. So get your name down for the Worcester Pitchcroft 10K, organised by Worcester Athletics Club. Now another one not too far from here at Stratford upon Avon, organised by Stratford upon Avon Athletics Club, is the Stratford Summer 6. So whilst it's technically not exactly 10K, it's 6 miles, it is a race that I've done a number of times, and because of the location of where it's at, I would add it as a weekend touristy trip, because basically the start is just around the corner and the finish is at Mary Arden's house. And for those of you who know your Shakespeare history, because Stratford upon Avon is the birthplace of the bard, Mary Arden's house is the mother of Shakespeare, and I don't mean that in a whatever colloquial. It was, I think she was literally the mother of William Shakespeare. So it's all at Wilmcote, 6 miles, bit of a hill towards the end, but then you've got the downhill bit going out, so it's 1 loop. Absolutely brilliant, loved it. And yeah, one for you to add in, Stratford Summer 6, organised by Stratford Athletics Club. Now I can't do a 10K review of my 10 10Ks without having this one. This is the fastest 10K in Britain. Now it might be the fastest 10K because the fastest runners in Britain turn up every year, because fast forward to December, where the first time I ran it was, or was it the second time I ran it? Yeah, I think the second time I ran it was in snow and blizzards. But Telford Athletics Club, who are the organisers, organises every year, and it is impeccable organisation. They have 3 different waves, so depending on what speed you want to finish in, you decide what wave you go in. So it's got it for all levels. Ooh, as the flies are coming over me on this hot summer's day here. Yes, it is the fastest. I have my personal best time. I can't remember exactly in seconds what it is, but it was 37 minutes and something just a couple of years ago at a England Masters qualifying race where I ran that time. So it is a proper fast course. 2 loops, and you do start with a ferocious downhill. And you know, if I was to say something that's a bit challenging on it, is that it is on a footpaths all the way around, and it can be narrow on sections. If you need to overtake people, it can get a bit hairy, but obviously if you run in at speed, manage that, all should be fine. But yes, December, Telford 10k, often it's the perfect weather to run your fastest time, but just be aware it will be cold in December. But that's best racing time, isn't it? Maybe that's why it's the fastest 10k in Britain. Telford 10k, organised by Telford Athletics Club. Now, I do love North Wales, so this one goes down not only as one of the epic 10ks in Britain, it is absolutely iconic, but also being North Wales, there's so much tourism you can do in that area. But this is the Nick Beer 10k in Llandudno in North Wales. And for those of you who know Llandudno, there's a site there called the Great Orme, which is basically a mountain. So yes, the 10k is you run up the side of the mountain, round the other side, and then back down the mountain, with the last kilometre-ish, 2 kilometre flat, finishing on the promenade. It is a super challenging course, but super rewarding. Absolutely amazing. I loved it. It's organised, as far as I know, by the North Wales Running League, but it might be a local running event organisation that organises it now. Absolutely brilliant. It's in honour of Nick Beer, who's a previous athlete at one of the clubs there. I loved it. I just happened to stumble upon it one weekend. I was there on a bit of a mini break, saw a sign saying road closed, googled, found it, entered, and ran just over 40 minutes I think on that course. But yeah, uphill, round, down. That's the Nick Beer 10k in Llandudno, and that's in February. Get to it. Another one in February over in West Yorkshire, and you need to get signed up for this as soon as it becomes available, because this sells out every year. Organised by Jewsbury Running Club, Jewsbury Athletics Club. I can't remember the exact name of the club, but it's the Jewsbury 10k. I would say it's world famous because it is fast and flat. It's literally 5k out, turn around, and 5k back. It's as simple as that. Probably it's not totally flat, but it is the flat, you know, as flat can be. Not as flat as Worcester Pitchcroft, because that's on a horse race course. There is a mild incline, but the best thing about it is the mild, tiny weeny incline is going out, so you got the benefits of coming back in the second part of that 5k. So yes, the Jewsbury 10k. Check out for when the entries open. I think entries open often around September time, October, but check that, Google it and see when it opens and get your entry in, because it does sell out. I've only ran it once and it was absolutely amazing. Loved it. Eyeballs out, bang bang bang. Jewsbury 10k. Now, last but not least of the 10, and probably I would say it's one of my favourites, having won the age category time a number of times here. It is a super flat, fast course, and that is the Borton Water 10k, organised by the Borton Water Roadrunners. Is it Roadrunners Athletics Club? Please correct me. Apologies. I should have taken proper notes or remembered who the clubs are organising this. But the Borton Water 10k in the heart of the Cotswolds. To me, as I've said in my videos, this is one of those races, as well as being a super flat course. Not totally flat. There are a mild incline, but around the village itself and going out before you do the turn where that mild incline is, it is pretty damn flat, and it's great for PB potential. I know a lot of people have got their PBs there. I think even Tim from Marmy Army has got his 10k PB at the Borton Water. It has so many benefits because it's in February, it's cooler temperatures, but again, it's one of those that does sell out. So you need to get your name on the list as soon as possible. So I think it opens up a particular time. So some people get priorities. If you've ran the half marathon or mile race the year before, you get priority entries. But general public entries opened, I think, whenever it was, earlier this year or late last year, at 7 a.m. on a Sunday morning, and I think it was sold out within an hour or 2 hours. So get your name down. And as I said, the beauty of it, it's so well organised by the Borton Water road runners, but you've got the Cotswolds, as I mentioned with Fairford also, almost close to each other. You've got the heart of the Cotswolds there at Borton on the Water. It is a beautiful, beautiful village, and you can go sightseeing all around the areas there, like Stow on the Wold, Morton in the Marsh, so many. But Borton on the Water itself, you know, with the penguins, the famous penguins, are they still there? They were when I was there many years ago with the children. So you can make a weekend of it. Absolutely brilliant. I loved it, and that's my 10Ks. What have you got to add in the comments below? So shh, as I was telling you at the start, no one is talking about this in the UK. These 10Ks are absolute gems, as I'm sure when I've googled, there are so many more 10Ks that I could mention. There's the Chester 10K, the Evesham 10K, the Crowell 10K. There's so many out there. You know, just Google them, get out there, contact your local clubs. Most of them will have a 10K sometime in the year, or a 5K. Some of them even have some series of races and events throughout the summer or winter. Check them out, Google it, and support our local clubs and the local 10Ks, because believe you me, my opinion is running a super fast 10K is harder than running a marathon. That's just my view. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Look forward to seeing you all very soon. Take care, love you lots. Bye bye bye. We are here at the Dudley and Kings Winford 10K, aka the DK 10K. That's right, it's a Wednesday night. This is a packed out, sold out 10K race. Video bombing, one of the biggest,
oh my goodness.
One of the
is
biggest races.
You
are on YouTube.
Hi, I'm famous. I'm sorry.
You see the joys of video live recording here. This is, what is it? This is the biggest race in Britain, midweek race.
It's the biggest race in Britain. Tipton Harriers, the best running club in the world.
All right, Tipton is tops. And remember folks, Jesus was seen in Tipton the other week. Right, we are ready to go. Here we go. DK 10K, let's go, go, go.